Hi, welcome to the Career Compendium, where we provide resources to help our learners grow and succeed in their careers. And a key piece of that success is representing yourself and your work effectively. And this can be done through effective attention to detail. Now, while I recognize that all of us might not be especially detail oriented, it is still a skill that we want to use and hone because it truly is a representation of our work, and it impacts the way that we are seen as professionals as well as the way that our work is perceived by others. So you might have the most amazing results from a program or the most innovative idea, but the way that you communicate that is going to impact how seriously people perceive it. Another reason why you want to ensure that you have that attention to detail, especially if you're handling data, is because a lot of business decisions are made based on that. So if you run a report and send it to your boss or your boss's boss, they're in turn turning that around and making team or business decisions based on that information. So ensuring that you're providing accurate data, accurate metrics is imperative to that. So now that we know the why, how do we actually do it, especially if we don't have that strong inclination to detail? The first thing is to slow down. A lot of us like to sort of hurry through tasks, whether it's because we want to get it off our checklist, whether it's we're excited, or whether it's just that we want to get it off our plate because we don't like it that much. But whatever the reason is, making sure that you take a moment and pause before sending it off for others to review. And this could be where you create something, you step back to have lunch or to, be done for the day. You come back the next morning with fresh eyes and a new perspective, and you're able to review with a clear head. Or if you have a peer or a colleague that you have that kind of working relationship with, maybe pulling them in and asking them, hey, can you, look this over, make sure it makes sense, ask me any questions or any clarifying items. Another thing that you can do is to create a checklist, especially when it comes to reoccurring tasks. So if you have to set up, like a monthly corporate event, or you need to run a weekly report, there are going to be things that you need to do before, during, and after that deliverable. So making that checklist ensures that even if you are under a lot of pressure and you're trying to get your way through it as quick as you can, you're still taking the time to hold yourself accountable to that checklist of things that you need to get done. And then the last thing that I'll give you, and this is actually my personal favorite and the one that I adopted, is to make something, I call it stupid proof. So when you have something that is really important that you cannot forget, make it so that you cannot possibly ignore it. For me, that looks like putting it as a reminder on my Google Calendar. If it's in my calendar, I will get it done. If it is not, there's no guarantee. Now, other people might have other means for that, right? Some people use Post-its on their desktop. Some people use whiteboards in their office. Whatever works for you and the way that you work as a professional. But if something is really, really important that you cannot forget, make it unignorable. So by slowing down, potentially making a checklist, and trying to stupid proof those high value deliverables, you are in turn sort of harnessing and honing that attention to detail and giving a high level of representation to yourself and to your work. Thank you so much. Keep learning, and I'll see you in the next one.